Hey guys, Mr. Gran here, 2.4 slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. In this video, we're going to talk about finding slopes from graphs and finding slopes from points. So, slope on a graph. So if you have a graph and you've got nice points to work with, one way that's easy to figure out the slope is to just count up the rise and the run, where the rise is going to be the top part of the slope and the run is going to be the bottom, meaning like horizontal. So the rise, remember, that's up and down, where down would be negative, and the run we're always going to count from left to right, right? So this is left to right. Really important, we want x to be increasing, and on a graph, x is increasing if you go from left to right. One additional thing with this, it's going to be a lot of fractions. We want to simplify them. Simplify your fractions. All right, so taking a look at something like this, finding the slope on the line where we're given a graph. I just want to find two nice points, and what I mean by nice points is that they cross exactly at on the matrix of the graph, on the grid of the graph. I don't want to try to use a point that's like right here in the middle because that's a decimal one. I don't want to use like right here because it's on this line, but it's not on this line. I want to find exactly like when they land on the intersections because then they have nice numbers. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go from left to right, and how far up do I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my rise is positive 5, and my run is 1, 2, 3. So to get from this point to this point, my slope is 5 over 3. All right, now what does that mean really? Every time I take one step to the left, or to the right, excuse me, the height increases by 5 over 3, or about 1 2/3, about 1.6 repeating. So if I go over one, this is 1 2/3 higher. If I go over another one, it's 1 2/3 higher. If I go over another one, it's 1 2/3 higher. But if I go over 3, it goes up by 5. So for every 3, it's going up by 5. That's what this means. All right, now we've got a more complicated graph, so there's just a little more stuff there that we got to navigate. Finding the slope of line K and line Q, where here is line K. Let's see if we can find a couple of nice grid points here. So this one looks good, right on the grid. And then this one down here looks good. That one's right on the grid. So now if I count down and count over, going from left to right, it is going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the rise is a negative 5, meaning it's going down, right? And then the run, 1, 2, 3, 4, is positive 4. So our slope there is negative 5 over 4. All right, then line Q, that's this guy here. So let's find a couple of nice grid points. That would be like here. And then where's another good one? Right about here. So if we go up and then straight over, kind of makes a nice right triangle, right? The height there, the rise is 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for every one step to the right, we go up by 2/5. Well, that means every 5 steps to the right, we go up by 2. All right, now what if we don't have a graph? Our slope formula that we can use, it's still rise over run, right? But with the rise, the y values are our vertical component. That's what sets our rise. So the rise between 2 points is the difference in the y values, right? So if we've got our 2 points are x1, y1, and x2, y2, just like with distance and midpoint. The difference in the y values, that is your rise. The difference in your x values, that's your horizontal component, that is your run. So x2 minus x1. All right, so finding the slope through 2 points. I like to start these out labeling, right? This is my x1, y1. This is my x2, y2. Again, this just means the first point and the second point. Don't do x1, x2, y1, y2. The subscript is the same for both of them, x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, so what is my difference? What is my rise between these two? It's 24 minus 16. That's the difference in height between these 2 points. And the run, 4 minus 0. Really important that if I'm doing this one, the right one minus the left one, that I do right one minus left one for the other two. Otherwise, we're going to flip our signs around. All right, so 24 minus 16, that is 8. 4 minus 0 is 4. Let's simplify this. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So our slope between those 2 points is 2. All right, one more. Same idea. If you want to pause and try it on your own, go ahead. We've got the difference in y's is going to be 2 minus 5, right? y2 minus y1. Then x2 minus x1, 1 minus a negative 1. What happens when we subtract a negative? It becomes a plus. So 2 minus 5 is negative 3. And 1 minus a negative 1, same as 1 plus 1, is 2. So negative 3 over 2. I should think, do I have to, can I simplify this? I can't. And let's leave these answers as an improper fraction. We could have it as negative 1.5 or negative 1 1/2, but let's leave it as negative 3 over 2 for answering about slope.